Welcome back to BST, everybody, your favorite father-son podcast. I'm solo this morning. I hope you guys are having a great morning. We got some crazy NBA news, but first off, please like and subscribe, comment. We really appreciate it. Check out our YouTube shorts, TikTok, Twitter for short-form content. But without further ado, let's get right into this thing. So, overnight, I think it was about 12-1, 12 or 1 last night, Mountain Time. Man, the Mavericks are trading Luka Doncic to the Lakers for Anthony Davis. And I'll go through the full details. That's kind of the bare bones of the trade. It was dropped about 12 or 1 Mountain Time, I believe. And obviously, Shams is the lead NBA kind of newsbreaker guy now. Now that Woj is gone. So he broke the news, and everybody immediately thought, oh, well, he's just hacked, because there's no way this trade is real. Because it was so sudden. It wasn't like Luka had been asking for a trade for a while. It was just like a bomb dropped. And nobody knew the details of it, and they had no idea this was coming. So let's get into the details here. So the Lakers get Luka Doncic, obviously, Maxi Kleber, I think it is, Markieff Morris. The Mavericks get Anthony Davis, Max Christie, and a 2029 first-round pick. Not sure if it's protected. And let me tell you who the real winner is of this trade. The Utah Jazz get Jalen Hood-Schifino, never heard of him, but hey, you never know, and 2 2025 second-round picks. Utah Jazz, baby. We didn't pay nothing for these, and we just got them for free. So we're the real winners in this trade. But regardless, let's start on the Mavericks side. So obviously the fans are shocked. They are absolutely gutted. They hate the GM right now, which is, what's his name, Nico Harrison. Nico Harrison is hated in Dallas. And why is that? Well, maybe because, listen to this. At the age of 25, Luka Doncic is a 5-time All-Star, a 5-time first-team All-NBA, a Rookie of the Year, 2nd all-time in playoff points per game, 3rd all-time in points per game, 6th all-time in playoff triple-doubles, and 7th all-time in triple-doubles. And he was just traded for a first-round pick and a 31-year-old player who can't stay healthy. That is why they're mad. So, Nico Harrison, let me get this straight. You traded your franchise 25-year-old player who just led you to the finals 9 months ago because you were worried about defense. When you were a top 5 team in defense over the second half of last year with Luka Doncic. Oh, and you're worried about his work ethic and conditioning? Who cares when he has 28, 8, and 8 this year? Who cares? Mavericks fans have all the right in the world to be pissed at you. Because this is a stupid, stupid decision. Players like Luka don't grow on trees in the NBA. Why would you trade one away? Because you don't want to pay him. Because you're worried about paying him a supermax. And his conditioning is bad. Who cares? And this is taking nothing away from Anthony Davis, who's a great player. Great player. But let's face it. He's 31, 32, something like that. He also can't stay healthy. So let's not talk about conditioning without mentioning that part. He can't stay healthy either. And who knows how much longer he has in his career. For a guy who can't stay healthy, and you just want a defense, and you say it's going to help you now and in the future, well, how long is the future? It's not like you have an all-star team right now. You got Kyrie and some guys. But let's not act like you have another star out of Kyrie now. It was Luka and Kyrie. And who knows? I mean, Kyrie too. He's old. This just makes no sense. Like, it makes no sense. It's one thing if you're trading Luka for another great player, but Luka's top 3 in the league probably. It probably goes like Jokic, Giannis, Luka, in my opinion. You could rearrange any of those 3, really. This is an all-timer, and you just gave him away for next to nothing. And I wanted to compare this trade actually to a similar blockbuster trade for Kevin Durant, who was 34 at the time when he got traded to the Suns from the Brooklyn Nets. But guess what the Brooklyn Nets got in return for a similar all-time scorer? They got Mikal Bridges, who's a good 3-and-D wing, Cam Johnson, Jay Crowder, and 4 first-round picks. I see an obvious difference in those trades. I get it. Anthony Davis is better than any 3 of those players. But he is not worth trading for Luka Doncic. He's just not. It's not the same. You are fundamentally losing the trade by giving up an all-timer. It is unbelievably stupid. Every fan in Dallas and across the world who cheers for the Dallas Mavericks should be pissed beyond belief. I'd be livid. You don't do this when they're in the prime of their career. You don't. And guess what? When Anthony Davis plays a max of maybe 5 more years in the NBA, and then Luka Doncic is 30 and has maybe already won a championship with LA, and he may win more over the next decade, you're going to look pretty stupid, Nico Harrison, or whatever your name is. This is a job loser, honestly. This is a really, really, really bad trade. And that's nothing against Anthony Davis. But let's shift sides to the Lakers. So obviously, they get a top 3 player in the league. Anytime you're doing that, that's good. And they didn't pay off a lot for him, really. And you can defend it more for them because what they had with LeBron and AD was not really working that well. You know? But I think first off, we got to kind of realize they're not going to win this year because they don't have any rim protector now. They really didn't before. I mean, Anthony Davis was a rim protector, but they need a true center, you know. Anthony Davis is more of a 4. So they need that, but this is your future. You just locked up a top 3 player for the next, I mean, unless they don't pay him, which I don't know why they would, they're LA. For the next decade, you have a top 3 player in the league. That is unbelievable. And you gave up almost nothing. I just really think if the Mavericks would have came out and said we're willing to trade Luka Doncic, they would have gone a haul for Luka Doncic. I don't think anybody in the league knew he was even on the market. So that's why nobody traded for him. Until the Lakers, and to think Luka didn't even ask to be traded. They just said, oh, we're just going to trade you. Oh, wait. Yeah, we want AD. Okay, well, Rob Pelinka's like, okay, what will you give us? Oh, we'll give you Luka. Deal. Well, AD will be on the bus over to Dallas tomorrow morning. I mean, how fast could you have possibly said yes to that trade? I think it's a world record. And that's nothing, again, it's nothing to do with AD, really. It's all about to do with Luka. It is an all-time player that you're trading. And it's just insane to think that this is even real. There were so many people who thought this was just fake. Somebody hacked into Sham's Twitter because something like this is just so unforeseen. I think it's honestly historic I don't think there's been a trade that's been so unforeseen and so blindsided, because there was no indication that the Mavericks would trade Luka. And honestly, we know Mark Cuban was not in on this. If he was in charge of this right now, this wouldn't have happened, because he understands the importance of having a franchise player for your team, regardless of if you're winning championships or not. Just for the fans to have a guy that they can go and watch. Because AD's good, Kyrie's good, but none of them are great. Okay? You see how these players revitalize franchises. And now the Mavericks, what the GM said about the future, that's a bunch of crap. Baloney. You have no future now. There's no future. Until you draft or get another star that's young, there's no future. So don't play that card. There's no future in Dallas anymore. You got rid of your future. You got rid of a Hall of Famer. And you're going to go watch him probably win championships in LA. Well, you can't do anything in Dallas anymore. So that's kind of how I feel about this. I just gutted for Mavericks fans. I enjoyed watching them on that run last year. I enjoy watching Luka play. You know, it looks very easy for him, but also at the same time, it's like this guy doesn't look like he's athletic at all, and so just insane, man. Just got a feel for the Mavericks fans. Lakers. I mean, look at the run the Lakers have had of players. 60s, they had Jerry West. I'm sure they had somebody good in the 70s. I don't really know. In the 80s, you get Magic, Kareem. Then late 90s, you get Kobe, Shaq. Into the 2000s, 2010s, you still got Kobe. Then LeBron joins. Then you got AD. They win again. It's just like, just crazy the run they've had of players. You put an all-time team of Lakers together, they might win like a March Madness style tournament like 10 times over. They would keep winning it because they have so many good players in their history. And they've locked up another all-timer for the next decade probably. So that's just how I feel about it. Excited to talk more about the NBA. We'll see what else happens. We'll see how this plays out for the rest of the year and going into next year. I think it will be good for the Lakers, not good for the Mavericks, obviously. But we all know the real winner of this trade, Utah Jazz, baby. Go Jazz. We suck, though. So hopefully we'll cover that, too, the draft lottery, because I know the Jazz will be in it because they suck. So we'll see if the Jazz can do that. But, yeah, enjoying this. I mean, it's awesome when there's a trade like this. It's just really cool stuff. Not for Mavericks fans, obviously. Go on Twitter, go on YouTube, go on whatever social media, and you will probably see a Mavericks fan livid over this trade. So, thank you guys so much for watching. We'll have probably a preview video for the Super Bowl coming up. If any more news drops in the NBA, baseball, hockey, whatever, we might cover it. Mostly for those sports, we'll kind of just be heating up towards the playoffs or when a big trade like this happens. But March Madness obviously coming up pretty soon. A lot of fun sports stuff to look forward to. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I can't ever say this. Stay safe. Stay safe out there. And have a good one. Peace out, guys.